Any questions about myself before? Okay, I have been teaching and training for almost 15 years, and I did teach my first classes in social media networking. I think my first class that I taught was MySpace and LinkedIn, and I did a class about 12 years ago on how to make $1 million using LinkedIn, just updating your profile. I will say that that man is the LinkedIn expert, not me, but I will attest to success comes from when you use these tools the right way. And a number of them have been around, and some of them will be gone in a few years, but the concepts and the strategies that we teach, it's less important the tool that you're using and more important that you're really leveraging these strategies and using these strategies to help build yourself, to talk about yourself, to communicate about yourself the best way, the way that works online. And everybody, almost everywhere, has phones. We use these as tools to learn about situations that we want to know more about. And so I will let the other people talk about what you're supposed to do on LinkedIn and other places. And today we're going to talk about what really are the skills that you need for success. And while LinkedIn is great, there's a few things that are a little bit, I would argue, more important than that. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to put up a list of skills that most people credit for being the most important in success. Education, would you agree this is important? How educated you are?
Yes.
What you know, learning? Experience, would you agree this is important?
Yes.
Knowledge, how much you know, and it's everything. It goes with your experience, it goes with your education, there's so much more knowledge as well. Books that you read, how smart you are. Who thinks this is one of the most important things of how successful that you are? Yeah, I see a whole bunch of you. Advanced degrees. Mistakes that you've made along the way. I told you that not all my entrepreneurial adventures have been successful. Courage, very important. See how these are a little bit softer than some of these other ones, right? These are very tangible things. This maybe not so much. Failures. Who you know. Have you guys heard that one? Who you know. I met this man last summer when I was traveling here on vacation, trying to get a feel for, can I do some work in this city? I love this fair city, and can I really make something out of moving here to Ireland? And so I reached out, I went to one of his trainings, found him online. I was not the target market for the room and the training that he was doing, but I sat there for long enough and got enough information from his training that he was doing on LinkedIn. And I went home, even though I've taught LinkedIn and I've taught social media, I went home and I went, oh my gosh, there's a couple of these concepts that I haven't done before. And so I did exactly what he said to do in his training. And then we had coffee a couple days later, and here I am, right? So there's success in it. Follow what this guy says. Or figure out how you can make truth in it for you. I mean, if you can't figure that out, then do exactly what he says. So until you figure out what works for yourself, follow those rules. All right. Turns out, emotions and feelings. Who thinks this is important for success? What do you even think this means? Anybody want to share? What does this mean? Why would this be important to success?
I think emotion and feeling connect with each other.
Feeling connected.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Emotions, feelings? All right, we're going to talk more about this. Turns out, this is the most important thing. It turns out that how smart you are is actually, and I'm going to say all of you guys, this is not about how smart any one of us is here, but there's so many statistics that this can actually inhibit your success if you don't have this right here. So what is emotional intelligence? We're going to talk about this. This is arguably the number one skill that you can develop. You can't necessarily improve that much, like how smart you were born, right? In your genes, there's just some smartness that's there. My grandfather was brilliant. I have an uncle who is also super brilliant. My brother was that kid in school who I don't even think he went to class and he got straight A's all the time. That was not me. I went to class every single day and struggled to try for those A's. But this is actually more important, and this is a skill that it's like a muscle that you can develop, and the more you do it, the better it gets. So we're going to talk about what's included in this, because who wants to be more successful, right? That's why you guys are sitting here. So we all do.